Hey, welcome to Tuesday. Special guest today, Dustin Lehman. Dustin, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, John. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so exciting. Dustin is the new director of strategic partnerships, and he helps the age limit on the noon whistle, brings that down a little bit. So we appreciate that. And we're hoping, because of all the great things that you've already done in your career and that you're still doing, we hope you bring some viewers.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you bring some viewers.
I mean, I can share it with my family. You might get a few more. So.
Yeah, call all your fans. Have them, hey, Noon Whistle got to be there, because the other exciting part about this is we're going to be co-hosts, right?
That's what I've been told. So now it won't be just you.
I thought you volunteered.
I could show you the true vertical with Photoshop, and I can join next to you. It'll be
all
exciting.
Right. So we might have to change the countdown, because I don't want you to jump higher than me on that picture when we come in.
Sounds good.
Well, hey, let's get started, because this is exciting. Day two
of the Elkhorn Area School District. It's exciting. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm
which
sure.
is the reason why it's so exciting, because there's just so much to kind of wrap my brain around because of the involvement that the community already has, and just trying to really dig in and just become part of that. And I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. Well, you come to us with, you're already one of the leaders or a leader in that youth apprenticeship realm and CTE realm. And that's really exciting for us. And it's been exciting just talking to you and all your expertise and things you've been involved in and programs you've developed. I think that's really exciting for our district. But going back, you come from, I don't even remember, what town did you grow up in?
I grew up on a dairy farm in Bear Creek, Wisconsin. I went to Clintonville High School.
Okay.
So.
And then after high school, it looks like you might have went to college and played football. Is this you?
I tried to play football. I mean, I was on the team. That is me. Wow, that is.
I love it. That's a couple of years ago.
Look at the graininess of that photo. That shows you how I'm not that young.
But you're pretty young.
Yeah.
It's all relative.
I'm young in that photo. I don't even think I had a 5 o'clock shadow in that. Look at me now. I'm all grown up. Just
you are growing up. I didn't want to embarrass you, but I thought that was a pretty good picture. So you go to Stout.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah. So grew up on a dairy farm and found out real quickly that I wasn't going to take over the family farm. And I have a family kind of full of educators, aside from the dairy farmers, the Irish Catholics in the New London, Clintonville area.
Definitely learn how to work hard.
Absolutely. So that is definitely a piece of it, but also just found my love of tinkering and working with my hands and the pride in work. And then when it came to trying to figure out what I wanted to do, obviously I have that other side of my family that's educators. And in high school, I was that kid that took every single tech ed class. I took all the classes to the point where there were no more classes. So then I was a teacher's assistant. And that's where I kind of found out I wanted to kind of go down that route, follow the footsteps of my older sister and my brother-in-law that are kind of mentors to me. They're 10 years older than me. So I kind of saw them go through the education route and into started a young family as educators up in the Appleton area. So I decided to go for tech ed. And at the time, UW Stout was the only school in Wisconsin that offered that degree. So I made the 2.5 trek over to Menominee, Wisconsin from Clintonville. And I guess here I am now as I am transitioning into more of a leadership role in this. So it's exciting.
And certainly you were a leader in McGuanago as well. And then prior to that, were you in the classroom?
Yeah.
Or where did you start in the classroom?
So I got my very first job at New Glarus Middle High School back in 2008. And what took me down in that Madison area is that my wife's a little bit smarter than I am. So she was a semester ahead of me in college.
That's a good move.
She's a registered nurse. So she took on her first job at the Children's Hospital in Madison. So that took me to that kind of south central part of the state trying to find a job. And I was lucky enough to grab the only open tech ed position within like 50 miles of Madison at the time. So I was very lucky to get that. Taught for 7 years in New Glarus before moving to Indiana. So it took a leap of faith.
Oh,
I wanted to kind of expand my horizons on what education could be. So I went and worked for a public charter school in South Bend, Indiana, really learned what education could be in a different model.
Yeah.
Not the typical brick and mortar K-12 setting. It was, let's bring the community in, let's take the kids to the community. And that's where things started to click for me, and learning that the true educational experience needs to involve the outside, needs to involve industry, needs to involve the community, not just what happens with our educators, but we need to learn from the leaders within the community.
Was that kind of your aha moment of, yeah, we need to connect schools and community schools and business, get kids out?
100%. So that's where, yeah, definitely saw the value in it. And then when loved my job while I was in Indiana, but we are from Wisconsin. We were Wisconsinites, true and true, and we needed to get back to Wisconsin. So at that time, I was looking to see how I could take. At the time, I had my master's degree in administration, so I could be a principal, director of student learning, those types of things. But what I was really passionate about was career and technical education. I was a tech ed teacher. I taught engineering, manufacturing, welding, autos, woods, construction. I taught them all. And I love sharing that passion. So then I was thinking, how can I take leadership to the next level, but still in what I'm passionate about?
Yeah.
And then I saw the position in Mukwonago and moved the family there. And I was in Mukwonago for the last 9.5 years, still raising my family there. My wife works in Mukwonago, and my son is an 8th grader. My daughter's a 6th grader. So
nice.
Here we are.
Yeah. And now here you are in Elkhorn.
And now here I am in Elkhorn.
You're going to share all your wonderful experience with us. My understanding with New Glarus, though, was you really launched and built that CTE program there, correct?
The tech ed programs.
Or the tech ed programs, like you really said, hey, here we go. We're going to up the game here, and we're going to really get this going.
Yeah. Ironically, everywhere I've gone, I've had to build. So in New Glarus, the tech ed department was a one-man show, very small school. But it had gone away. So there was a few years where there were no tech ed offerings for the school, much like a lot of schools. That tech ed was expensive to run, and it kind of started slipping away. So when I was hired, I was able to kind of redesign the space, redesign the curriculum, and build that up. So that took me to Indiana, where then I also kind of built that. It was a newer charter school, so we were rapidly expanding, adding hundreds of kids every year. So that was something where I was able to grow there. And then coming to Mukwonago, I had the unique opportunity to kind of lead the design of the whole CTE department through a new referendum. So not only building and designing the spaces, but then building the pathways and the career pathways. That was the initial goal, or that was the initial steps. And then from there, now how can I connect the community and build up my work-based learning program there?
And so, you lit youth-based learning and youth apprenticeships on fire.
Yeah, so we grew by over 300% just in our work-based learning. And it's amazing, because it's one of those things that as you do that, not only are you creating great opportunities for our students, but now you're creating great opportunities for our employers and building that future workforce, but also bringing in alternative funding to help build and maintain these programs. So it's really a win-win for both the industry and for our students.
Yeah. And from talking to you, you've obviously had great relationships with employers, and you even have relationships already with employers in the Elkhorn area.
Yeah, absolutely. Very fortunate to, I feel like we have a very collaborative group of CTE leaders in the southeastern Wisconsin and southern Wisconsin. So I was able to work very closely with Chris and other local schools. And just local regional. I've worked with Waseda before, and just through Mukwonago, and there's just a lot of opportunity in the area because of the collaboration. So yeah, I'm not coming in brand new, but I am learning a lot on the first couple of days of school, because Elkhorn has a ton of opportunities for students. So now I'm just trying to wrap my brain around all those. And like I said, when I said in my interview, and I've been talking with different people and leaders within the district, this will be my first stop in education in my career where I haven't had to build from scratch. This is something that I'm going to try to build upon.
Sure.
And one of my main goals is just stack small win on top of small win for both the students, the families, and the community and local industry leaders. So
it's interesting. Yeah, when you and I were talking before going on today, and kind of sharing that, you expressed, wow, Elkhorn community and school are really connected. It's not just as we need you, but it's kind of, I think you explained it, kind of that daily interaction or just natural interaction. Maybe you could touch on that and how you felt that was a little bit different maybe than other places that you've been.
While it was a little overwhelming at first, it was
too welcoming.
It was overwhelming in the best way possible. As Chris exited and went on to his district administrator position, he did a great job of soft introductions to a lot of our local business people. So as he did that, while my email is just flooding and every single email has 20 to 30 people on it, it's amazing just the connections in the area and the willingness of our local industry leaders to partner with the schools, and just seeing all these partnerships is amazing. So if you are watching this and I haven't reached out to you yet, I am working on it. There are a lot of introductions to be had, and I can't wait to continue to get to work with that, because it's been, like I said, the most positive way. It could be overwhelming. There is so much involvement from the community with the school district, so I'm really excited to.
We're super fortunate that our community and connections beyond. We just get a chance to work with great people and through programming or whatever it might be, and it's pretty special, and we're really glad to have you and glad to have all your expertise. So what do you most, I know you expressed kind of like building upon things. Is there anything else you're most excited about? Is it wearing purple, wearing gold maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, updating my wardrobe to purple and gold. From orange and black to blue and gold, now to purple and gold. Here we go.
Are we accepting donations so we can get you some Elkhorn clothes?
Any Elkhorn
you heard
gear,
that.
I'm all about the sport wear. So
okay.
No, what I'm most looking forward to doing is building upon our work-based learning. So one of my goals set for me, and that I'm setting for myself, is to really expand our youth apprenticeships within the Elkhorn and Walworth County, Elkhorn community and Walworth County. So looking to expand those and really educating not only our families and students on the benefit of a youth apprenticeship, really what that is, but just opening the door for students to see that, you know what, 450 hours is required of this. It's very attainable. It's those little things that they learn on the job that you can't replicate in a classroom. So just showing how impactful that can be as students kind of move into their post-secondary planning, whether that be straight to the workforce, a technical college, into the 4-year military, whatever that may be, knowing that if they can have that great educational experience within one of the systems within Elkhorn School District, but also on the job learning from those industry professionals, it really sets students up for success. So that's probably one of my major goals, expanding upon our youth apprenticeships.
When I think, to those of you out there that either you have a business or know people in the business industry, reach out to Dustin and ask the questions. Even if you think, I don't know if my business fits, or I don't know if I could do that, you might be surprised. It's worth a conversation. I'm sure there's a lot of people that weren't sure it fit their business or they could do it, or they even had maybe the employees to do it, where you've talked to them, and in the end, it's like, you know what, let's do this. This would be great.
Absolutely. We have a ton of high school students already working. Now it's just a matter of connecting the dots and making what they're learning in the classroom relevant while they're on the job. So whether you think you can or can't have a youth apprenticeships look like many different things, whether that be the typical ones that you would think of, working in manufacturing, working in construction, or that's in the healthcare setting, working, let's say in the dietary or certified nursing assistants, to IT. Maybe you have a student that just helps organize things in the office and help manage your office, that's a youth apprenticeship pathway.
Could it be something like that? Like, let's say, just using Walworth County as an example, could it be in their records section or their filing section or office of?
Absolutely, that is a pathway that students could do. It could just be office work. It could also be someone working at the local grocery store.
Okay.
They're working the cash register. They're handling money. That could be in that professional sales pathway. So it's really there's a ton of pathways for students, and the majority of jobs, I would say, that students are working these part-time jobs while in high school can relate to a specific youth apprenticeship pathway. And then on the employer, it's as simple as we have a very automated system. So it's just some emails and digital signatures. It shows you the different competencies that a student has to do while on the job. And then the student records their pay stubs and they can earn credit while earning money. And it's a win-win for everyone.
It is. And it's feeding the pipeline of future employable people that have experiences. And I know our kids come out a lot sometimes with, they thought that, they thought they wanted to get into construction. And then they weren't sure about that once they tried it. So they thought maybe I wanted to be an electrician. And then pretty soon they're like, I don't know about the electrician, but this plumbing thing seems kind of neat, and really evolved and jumped right into the workforce from just trying and knowing what they wanted to do and don't want to do.
I would say two scenarios that really show the value is in the healthcare setting. I come from a setting where Mukwonago had a very rich healthcare academy. So we had a lot of students going out of the high school working in the healthcare industry. When working as a CNA, they know they want to be in healthcare. That is when they have hands-on patient care. They're deciding, you know what, maybe hands-on patient care isn't for me. I want to go to the business side of healthcare. And those learning experiences while in high school, before they go to, let's say, a post-secondary institution, those are invaluable. Knowing exactly what you want to do when you do start your next level of education, so that you're not wasting money, you're not wasting credits, you're not wasting time. You can jump right into that career. It's just so valuable being able to see those scenarios.
Well, yeah. Well, we're reaching our time, but yeah, reach out to Dustin, ask the questions, see what's going on, see if maybe you can get involved. Because, like I said, it's not only giving students experiences, but it's also filling the future workforce and making sure that jobs are filled and you have employees. Well, Dustin, it's that time. I think we're going to have to hit the old noon whistle. We appreciate having you as a guest. Now we're going to have you as a co-host, but I think we need to do something before we do this. I just thought of it. So I had put up here this picture of Chris Trottier receiving his award, the David Brettel Award. And Chris, we're going to miss you. And you and I were the original host, but I think it's time. We're going to have to turn the picture over and we're going to have to move it on to Dustin. And that's just how time goes, I think, right?
Hopefully I can live up to Chris Trottier's shoes here. We'll see what I can do.
I hope so,
I'll
too.
do my best.
I think you're going to bring a lot of fans. I'm looking forward to, our numbers are going to go through the roof.
Oh,
I'm sure they are. Yeah, good-looking guy like you with all that you know. Let's go. All right. Well, everybody have a good day. And